What's going on? I'm zedmoT. We're going to do something a little bit different. Now, haven't seen anyone do anything like this. It may be because they don't have time for it, or because they think it's stupid, or maybe they just haven't thought of it. So this is my HQ13 account, hidden back here in the trees. We have an HQ13. That means we don't have smoke, we don't have Scorchers, we don't have a lot of things. So I figured we're going to do a quick live stream and just see how far we can get on Crab. I kind of assume it's going to be not terribly far, but I've seen a couple questions from people who've been mentioning the fact that they have not seen the Crab before, they don't know the Crab, they don't know how these things work. So I figured, you know what, we'll just start from the basics. And what's up, Silent Gamer? I agree. I think this is going to be fun, or it's going to be completely stupid and we'll be done in 10 minutes. But regardless, it's something to do. Now, Crab is a very easy way to upgrade your base, especially if you're at HQ13. I would highly suggest considering getting the extra builders. It's $4. Steal it out of your mom's purse, whatever it takes, because you can get a ton of upgrades in the span of about 3 days. Let me just put this over here. I don't have any defense. I have one sniper tower hidden back here. That's the whole point of this account. I'm trying to do a single sniper account. I have not built any of the defenses. I haven't even built a single mine. I've only built the one sniper tower you have to build during the tutorial. Otherwise, nothing is built. If you look at my actual saved layout, you can see that I've got a bunch of things hidden by the trees. I've got like a sculptor in there, residence back here, a cold storage. My whole goal of this account is to have an account where absolutely everything is hidden. So I've got my armory hidden, I've got my residence hidden. I'm hoping to get a tree to grow in front of my headquarters there. Just trying to hide absolutely everything. I think it'll be kind of cool. But at this point, you can get to XP 48 or so without building any defenses. And I'd kind of like to do that. We've got at currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 statues. Now, my statues are awful. We've got a 20% troop damage. We've got a 21% GBE, which when you boost it, look at that. We've got a perfect GBE statue. I'm going to boost all of my statues, which I would not recommend doing if you're a low level, because our storages are going to get full. Basic. Look at this. GBE 12. Awful. I'm not going to boost my resource reward, because that would be beyond ridiculous. We're going to fill up anyways, I assume. Now, we're going to start with a grand total of, what is that, 464 GBE at full boost. Yes, please upgrade your sculptor. So important. I'm going to start with 64 GBE. I'm going to be rocking Kavan. We're going to be using the ice shields. Now, the reason why I like to use ice shields with Kavan at low levels, I don't have smoke, so I need to get some sort of little bit. I've been using crystal critters, which is kind of embarrassing, but so with a low level, what you want to do is make sure that you never sit at 6 out of 6 attacks, because you're losing stages at that point. How do I not have an adult beverage at my disposal? Anytime you go to sleep, just barrage some stuff, and then when you wake up, start an upgrade before you go to sleep, wake up, and away you go. Now, warriors are terrible. I could not get endless reserves on this account because I already have it on my other account, and you can't do that with iOS, so a little bit annoying and unbalanced and weird. So we're just going to use diamonds, like all diamonds, and see how far we can get. I've got 1,200 diamonds, which I think it costs like 40 diamonds to reload troops, so we're just going to see how far we can get. Now, warriors are not a good combo for Crab whatsoever, but that's what I have loaded to start with, so here we go. Coffee, no coffee. It's 10 o'clock at night, man. No coffee for me. Let's switch that. If there's a view that I can change, I am not in the proper view that I want to be in right now, so I can't see everything of what's going on for some reason. But nonetheless, I think we're okay. Let's carry on. We're at 11 people. I fully understand there's probably not going to be many people here, because number one, we're talking about, this is not high level gameplay. This is not solos on stage 63. I think Samir is on the highest possible stage. I'll post in the comments. No, not for me. Coffee. Coffee hits me very, very, very hard, especially this time of night. I would just sit awake all night, and I would be wrecked. So, but yeah, Samir, I think, is the global leader. Let me actually check the leaderboard here. I have the link here somewhere. Maybe, actually, I'm supposed to be attacking. Shoot. Let's get the ice shield out. Mega Crab global leaderboard. I have the link. Let me just post it in chat. It's right there. Okay, perfect. Let's post that into chat. What's going on, Cheesehead Chris? There is the global leaderboard. Jamar, number 1. Jamar, well done. With Samir on his tail, followed by the Martitian and some Chinese dudes. Well done. Jamar and I were head-to-head in the VP race. I wonder if he's still on the leaderboard. Let's have a quick look here. I don't think he is. Let's see here. Jamar, are you up there? Shout out to Mr. Ronnie, aka Rage. Let's see here. Iron Man's still up there like a boss. Jamar fell off. Okay. Not all that surprising. So, stage 1 of the Mega Crab down with, hey, what's going on, Badfee? I'm just not going to scout until I lose, because I'm about to get an extra attack, and like I said, you never, ever, ever want to sit with maxed full accounts, because you're just losing attacks at that point. I have never full boosted this account. I sleep pretty well, Silent Gamer. I shouldn't say I sleep pretty well. I sleep okay, but as soon as coffee's into it, I'll wake up. If I have either too much coffee or a bunch of booze, but not too much booze, I'll wake up at like 3 o'clock in the morning and just stare at the ceiling, and it drives me absolutely nuts. So I try to kind of find a balance in there. Speaking, yeah, I made, I'm curious to see who can name the drink that I made tonight. It is, like 3 cups of frozen peaches, 2 cups of frozen raspberries, 1 cup of peach schnapps, and then half a bottle of champagne. If you can name that drink, I'll give you like 12 internet points. You have to make sure you put a fancy little umbrella on top. That's critical. If it doesn't have the fancy umbrella on top, maybe like a little sword thing or an animal eye, it just doesn't count. It's critical details when it comes to mixology that I feel like a number of people have just glossed over. Now on this account, I use warriors to clear my map 99% of the time, and mortars, not a problem, machine guns, not a problem, flamethrowers, not a problem. Once we get back towards the cannons and the boom cannons and stuff like that, that's when we're going to start having problems. So I'm going to save my shocks for back there. Now the other problem is the mines. I haven't even thought about this part. Those mines are probably going to be an issue. Low level accounts, and I don't know what level mine. I need to start scouting. This account is, I mean, we have a perfect GDE statue. If you're just joining us, I have a boosted 21% GDE, which is pretty much awful. Now my goal on this account is to get to the iron statue, I think it is. I got that. Let's see what we've got so far. On the last Mega Crab, I got the stone tribal trophy, so I'd like to upgrade and get the iron. I think it's level stage 20, I hope, because if it's stage 30, I have no hope whatsoever. No, scout. Let's go. Oh man, this is looking... So now we need to start thinking. So there's a bunch of cannons to the right. Cannons to the right of me. Jokers to the left. Here I am, let's go. Now it's kind of odd to have these explosive critters. Explosive critters at a low level. Any kind of temporary GDE ability at a low level is just so off. I mean, it just makes the game so much easier. The fact that we have these critters that we can drop, and then critter crates and stuff like that, just makes the game so much easier for low levels. What's going on, Tintin? You were here, and Ron Pena. Houston, we have a problem, is back in the house. And again, thanks for coming in. This is not your standard stream. I know there is probably someone streaming some high-level crab that's going to be way more exciting and way more drama-filled. But I don't, you know what the funny thing about that is, BF1? I don't think I even have tanks. Let's have a look here. Do I have tanks? Let's have a look. Let's find my armory. We have level 1 tanks. Now, tanks are a lot of people really like tanks, but at a low level, there's a kind of a trap where people fall into the tank trap because, like, you think, well, what's going to be stronger? A guy carrying a hammer or a tank? And tanks at a low level are fairly, actually, they're beyond awful. Like, they've got 2,000 health and they do 140 DPS. Whereas these guys do 224 DPS, so more, and they heal themselves. So this is Scorched Crab, where your Scorchers are going to heal themselves, but we don't have Scorchers for many... Kirk, this is the baby live stream. This is the no smoke lives. This is my novelty account of all novelty accounts. We're just going to see how far... Kirk, you're a high-level player. I can basically guarantee that this is not going to interest you unless you want to listen to my sweet descriptions of how to play on a baby account. Now, one of the things is, on a baby account, if you don't have a lot of diamonds, it's actually a good idea to just straight up retreat. Now, I won't be doing that because retreating is not my style, but on Crab, when you have a limited number of diamonds and a limited number of boost, and you're trying to get some big upgrades going, there's no shame in retreating or just using straight up TBE. Let's get rid of that cannon. That's going to be our first issue. Yeah, I did see that. I tried to integrate that Boom Beach commercial with the Scorcher point of view into my thumbnail, but I just couldn't do it because, like, I didn't want to have the Scorcher fire on the left-hand side and the right-hand side, but I totally wanted to do that because it was pretty cool. My HQ level is 13 on this. This is, like I said, just for those of you joining late, this is just no smoke, full boost HQ13 account, trying something new. And look at this. Our storages are basically already full for iron, and this is why I highly recommend throwing that $4 towards the extra builder on a low-level account. Now, I'm not saying that to be a Supercell shill, because I think that Supercell needs money. I just legitimately think that the extra builders during Crab is a great use of your $4. I think it's actually a Grenadier driving, and that's the only way I can describe just how absolutely awful their driving is. Now, I had a couple drinks earlier tonight, and I kind of feel like the more I had to drink, the better I could guess which way a Scorcher was going to go. The Scorchers and Cryoneers, oh, there's a lot of cannons here. This is going to be a huge problem without smoke. And there's a bunch of boom cannons, boom mines back there. Oh yeah, check that out. The ice shield coming through in the clutch. We should be able to burn through most of this just by using the ice shield, but I need to get rid of those things as well. Now, the ice shield covers most of our... Oh, did we actually get through all of those cannons? Oh no. Oh, look at that! The ice shield coming through in the clutch for even the boom mines. We need some med kits. Now, I don't have any tribes. I don't have anything, really. So, this... I don't think we'll get to even stage 15, but I don't think Shock Knuckles is the answer. I thought Shock Knuckles was going to be the answer, but with energy drink, and even I've been using Sparky with Scorchers, because what I've been doing on my other accounts is, I'm not exaggerating here. What I do is I drop my troops, use up my GBE, and then close the game. And Everspark has more range, so she ends up staying behind, and that keeps her alive. And I think I'm on stage 26 on my HQ13, and I'm on something like 45 on my... I probably should watch my troops here. That's the beauty of warriors. Someone was talking about tanks. Look at these warriors. They will just heal themselves. All is good. Look at these guys. They're just humming along, keeping themselves alive. Let's throw a med kit out here just in case that flamethrower. Uh-oh, I did not see that cannon. Did not see that cannon. That's all you really need to look out for is cannons, boom cannons, and boom mines. And your warriors will basically stay alive like the Bee Gees. I think it's the Bee Gees saying that song, isn't it? Yeah, I liked the fuzzy dice. Oh yeah, sorry, what's up? I don't have the bot going. Now, as you can see there, the rewards are very, very, like, let's have a look here. Stage 7, powder, awesome. Stage 6, powder, awesome. We got 3 powder, 4 powder, 4 powder in only a couple stages. I spent 5 powder on my statues, and we're already basically even. So if you're a low level, consider boosting, consider spending some diamonds, consider the endless reserves. And I know that you don't want to spend money on the game because there's a certain amount of pride in being able to say that you've never spent a dime on the game. But with low levels, it sucks to sit with your resources full because you know they're just going to get taken away. So I don't know what the answer is, to be honest. I feel like spending a couple cents per day on this to upgrade. I mean, it sucks being a low level. Being a low level, there's a certain amount of novelty and fun in it, but all you're doing is pushing to get to be not a low level because where did Kavan go? You're off to the top. Shocks are starting to get expensive. Maybe you know what? I was just about to say I should start using Everspark, but then I realized I don't actually have Everspark. So let's go like this. Oh man, we're about to lose, I think. Yes, we are. Explosive drones do not detonate under smoke. That's why you use the smoke to keep them alive. It works very, very well. It's kind of handy right now. Actually, my kids are sleeping outside on the deck, which is meaning that I can actually do a stream without having to worry about them, even though my office is ridiculously hot. I did not plan. Oh, let's drop these out here. Come on, dudes. Run towards the HQ. Chances of these things blowing up the HQ is about -4, but we're going to try anyway. Can't hurt to throw some extra damage on the core. First fail, stage 8. So that's about half of our HQ level. I gotta use diamonds. I don't like spending diamonds, but nonetheless, here we go. Where have we got? What have we got? We've got no cannons left in range. We're going to release that. That will get us some extra GBE. We're going to release this. That will get us some extra GBE. That's all I'm doing. I don't care about those buildings. All I'm doing is gaining GBE. We got up to 90, which is fairly not awful. And we'll go from there. Let me check that leaderboard again. I'm curious. I can't remember exactly what stage they're at. They're at 77. So there are people who are 3 stages away. They probably already have the diamond statue. We are less than a day in. We're 23 hours in, and people already have the diamond statue. So that just shows that this Mega Crab is the easiest Mega Crab yet as far as statues go. And I don't know if it's actually the easiest Mega Crab or not, but people already have diamond. That is insane. Nuevo suscriptor saludamente. I don't know what that means. Good morning from Greece. Hopefully you are having... I just see in the news about how those terrible, terrible wildfires in Greece. Hopefully you are safe, Mr. Tazos Dimi. Yeah, just seeing stuff like that just sucks. Oh, you know what? I was just going to say we're going to smoke to the back corner here. Then I remembered we don't have smoke. So the gameplay at the low levels is just so different. And if you're still playing at these low levels, and if you're doing it for the first time, please, please, please give smoke a try once you get it back. Smoke is so hard at low levels because you have low level smoke. Low level smoke only lasts for like 4 seconds or something like that. It's very, very hard to use. Please give it a try once you get your smoke upgraded a little bit. Let's get one more of those ice shields out, and we're going to get over into here, and one more smoke. I don't think we'll be able to solo stage 9. There's a lot of stuff going on, but we'll find out here in a second. And at your low levels, don't upgrade your troops. Upgrade your barrage, upgrade your artillery, because those are far, far more useless than troops. Useful than troops. Troops just die, whereas GDE and med kits and stuff last forever. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. The gold trophy is at stage 60, so whether or not I will get there, I think this is the easiest ever Mega Crab to get the gold trophy. That's my general feeling, but we'll have to wait and find out. I mean, I am on one of my mains. I'm just dropping troops and seeing what happens. I'm just basically dropping troops, closing the game, and it's working great. I think I can get the gold trophy that way. We'll find out. Scorcher replays are not exciting. I mean, I give all the credit to Supercell and to Boom Beach because they've made Scorchers about as fun as they can possibly be, but they're just not a fun troop. And I am, hey, what's going on? Fantastic Star 12. I really, really hope they do a Grenadier Mega Crab with those Super Grenadiers. Remember the Super Soldiers? I kind of feel like those are going to come back with the Mega Turtle. Was that a solo? Was that a solo? I think it was. Look how much gold we have. Just ridiculous amounts. That's more gold than I think I've ever seen on this account. Let's get something started. What are we going to upgrade? We're going to upgrade artillery because, like I said just now, artillery and barrage are so important. Those are the first things I upgrade on low-level accounts. And, yeah, Chicken already has the gold. He does not have the diamond yet. Like I said, I'll show you the link one more time, unless it's outdated. I don't think it is, but there is the global leaderboard. Jamar sitting at 77. Dude is oh, Samir passed him. Maybe it's just alphabetical, or it just makes it randomly, because I just refreshed and Samir jumped ahead of him. I have a message from Mr. Merp. What's going on with Mr. Merp? I kind of assume people are going to beat level 100. Let's see if I can upgrade something. My gunboat is already upgraded. My headquarters is already upgraded. My armory can't be upgraded. Let's do radar just because that way. Actually, let's just make sure my sculptor can't be upgraded. Now, there is a very specific upgrade order that I highly recommend that all the big brains in Boom Beach have agreed upon. If you need that upgrade order, actually, you know what? I'm just going to get it right now. I'll just post it in the chat, and that way, if you're not sure, upgrades. Let's go like that. And that way, I mean, if you're a beginner player, please follow this upgrade order. Oh, that's gonna look terrible. It's too long for starters. So let's go like this, and I will go upgrade priorities, and I will type it in like this. Man, it does not look very good. For some reason, it doesn't like carriage returns. Let's go like this. Anyways, you get the basic idea. That looks absolutely terrible. I don't know if there's a better way to do it in YouTube or not, but basically the main story is focus on your offense. Defense is irrelevant in Boom Beach until you get to about XP 60 or so. Even then, you're never going to defend. Even the best players in this game with the best bases and 10 ice don't defend. You can take down any base in this game. I know that sounds crazy, but it is true, and the sooner you wrap your head around that, the better. We're going to have a fail on this, because there are just far too many boom cannons, and I still have warriors loaded. So this is going to be, and look at all these boom mines over here. These are going to absolutely destroy our face. Message retracted. I really wish I could see what you said. I feel as the administrator of the channel, I should be able to see what the retracted message was. I think it was probably telling me I was a complete foolish idiot. Man, my office is so incredibly warm right now. Let's go with some ice shield to get us through it. If we can solo this, I'm going to be so incredibly impressed. Let's get some of those explosive critters out there, keeping my dudes alive. Look at the warriors back here, just healing like a boss. Those machine guns are ruining them, and they are going to burn through it like champions. And we'll come back in here, and let's see if do we have any troops left? Yes, we do. Okay, so I think those explosive critters are going to kill my own troops. That would be terrible. No, they didn't. Okay. Now, explosive critters, I think scale based on HQ, so I probably have the lowest possible. What's going on? Hawking? Beers and popcorns? Oh my. Yeah, open my window one sec. Sorry about that. Oh, that is better. Can't have the AC on because it's too noisy, so we will deal with... Oh, that's so much better. Spending diamonds. I can't get endless reserves on this account. I could, but it takes too much work. I gotta log out, then log in, and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, the gunboat order is... That order is so incredibly well done and well thought out, and it has been vetted by like 68 people or something like that. So it's not something I came up with, but it is. There's a couple things that I can't remember the exact order of the stuff as I'm trying to attack here, but for the most part, it's basically foolproof. So let's get a shock out there before I start losing things to those silly boom. I need to get away from the cannons and boom cannons, otherwise I'm not going to have any chance of beating this. Now, I'm not sure which Kavan ability is best. I've kind of gone back and forth between Second Wind and Crystal Critters and the Ice Shield, but I feel like Kavan is the best hero for Warrior. He just gives that extra little boost of healing, which works out very, very well. Man, what time zone are you in, Mr. Hockey? Either your kids are older than mine, or they go to bed way older than mine. My kids are actually, I don't know if I said this or not, my kids are asleep in a tent on my deck. They're pretty stoked on that. Your wife likes to wrestle, does she? Oh, I'm going to take that as an innuendo, because that's way funnier that way. Sorry, that's fun. Okay, let's get into here just so that we can get the critters out front of our dudes. And if you have a different strategy that you think is better or best or good, I mean, a lot of people use hookah or all rifles at low levels. I have tried all of them, and I just can't beat all warriors. Like, the warriors healing, I honestly cannot wait until I get smoke, but until I do, I'm just sitting here trying to keep my dudes alive, and I found that this is the best way to do it. Oh no, I gotta get in here. Do I have a shock? Yes, I do. Perfect. I'm gonna hit that boom line, and then we're gonna go like this, and hopefully we can get into that corner. Why are they not moving? Oh, it must have been a shock mine. And now at this point, I think we're done for it. Let's get a critter thingy-majigger out here. If Kavan dies, we're going to be in even more trouble, but those explosive critters are a little bit helpful for sure. I need to get, let's get onto that machine. I'm not going to get it. I just flared a quarter of a second too early, and now that cannon's going to ruin my life. But I mean, stage 11 in 2, not bad. First time you've ever heard me laugh. That's not very good. I try to stay positive. Oh, and using diamonds. Let's go. How many attacks do we have left? We are on stage. We have 3 attacks left. Now, I gotta say, you probably did not ever think you'd watch a live stream where the person's probably gonna run out of attacks just for stage 15. But that was kind of my goal. I was sitting in the hammock. My kids were in the pool. We have an above ground pool. Let's not get carried away. It's nothing fancy. And I was trying to think about how I could do crab in a way that was not boring or overdone, or I didn't like. And the thing is, oh man, that was the best ice shield ever. So the thing is, there's a lot of really good players out there doing crab, and I would suggest having a look around, seeing who's streaming, seeing what they're talking about, because there's a lot of great players out there. And I can't compete with them because I don't have the powder, I don't have the statues, I don't have the skill. So I figured I would just try something different. And I keep seeing people saying this is their first crab, they don't know how to do crab. Well, how do you suggest crab? And I figured, let's do... Yeah, honestly, that warrior solo on Hasty Crab was very, very good. Cryoneer... I feel like the warrior crab and the Cryoneer crab were... The warriors could have been better, but the Cryoneer crab was amazing. The Scorchers are just a little bit too slow moving and boring for my liking. That's why I would love to have, I'm going to say it again, please bring the Grenadier crab. I want a Grenadier crab. Oh man, this is like a nightmare for my account. I want the Grenadier crab. I also want to have the super grens back. Remember those explosions the super grens made? Those were magical and amazing, and I would love to have those back. Let's go like this, and I'm gonna try my darndest. Oh no, did I forget the diamond troop? That's not gonna be a good thing whatsoever. Let's get into there and there, and hopefully all of my GDE will get me into that corner, because this is not going to be. Oh, Kavan's dead. Critters popping. Oh no, this is going to be a horror for sure. I forgot to diamond my troops for starters. I'm used to endless reserves, and anytime you don't have endless reserves, things go a little bit sideways. What's going on, Jude? You're back. Jude Rankin. Where are you from, Jude? Please tell us the details. You're here a lot. I appreciate that. I just don't know where you're from. I try my darndest, yeah, as I said, darndest, to know where people are from and what they do and all that sort of stuff in our task forces. And sometimes I see some name that I recognize and I can't bring to mind all of their details. It bugs me a little bit. Super grens were amazing. Warriors are the best possible troop. Let's see what else we can use on this. Let's use zookas. Will get wrecked by the machine. Maybe we'll use zookas or riflemen. North Carolina. I know where North Carolina is. The Tar Heels, Michael Jordan. Come on, man. I don't know anything else about North Carolina, but is Raleigh in North Carolina? I feel like Raleigh might be in maybe it's the capital of North Carolina, perhaps? Super grens are magical. I mean, let's get, Kavan's not going to be super good for that. Maybe we should use, well, we'll stick with Kavan and we'll use the second wind. We've gotten, all I need to do now is get rid of that. Well, my demographic is getting better, I have to say. I was like 98% dudes, and now we're up to like 6% ladies, so I feel like perhaps I am doing something either right, or I'm not sure if that means I'm doing something right or wrong, if that means I'm attracting more ladies or less guys. Nonetheless, we're just trying to do things that are good, more things that are good, less things that are bad, and that flamethrower is going to completely burn my face off. If we still had the, this is the problem, this is why I like, watch this, goodbye to all of my rifle. Oh, Kavan, MVP, look at that, not bad. Kavan doing a bit of healing, but I don't think we're going to get much. I think we got farther with our rifle, with our warrior dudes. I love it when the mortars shoot up the top. That gives me a little bit of satisfaction. Let's throw a medkit out there. I upgrade my medkits after I upgrade my artillery and barrage, but not a heck of a lot. That's not all that high on my list. Oh no, we're gonna run out of GDE here in a moment and run out of troops before that flamethrower goes away. Maybe should have used zookas. I don't actually know what the answer was. Man, I wish we had smoke. Smoke would just make such a big difference. And this is why I like warriors. Like warriors, the fact that they can heal themselves, it just makes them so strong at low levels. Are we down to one attack? Oh no. I feel like we're at stage 12 though. I mean, we're at almost, I wonder if there's any kind of correlation between your, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. If there's any kind of correlation between your HQ level and how far you can get on Crab for the first time. Let's get that done. What did I just upgrade? Let's use our diamonds to get the radar upgraded. That's good. What else can we do? How much diamonds? Too many diamonds. 300 is a little bit much. I'll wait a little bit. Let's use it on submarine. Don't care. Can I get my landing? Oh, I need a little bit more wood. Does the trader sell wood? Oh man, not the right way. Okay, let's go. And that's a little bit of an old reference there. I was doing live trader streams back in the day, and I had a few too many adult beverages and bought the wood. I do not ever recommend buying the wood. Oh, good call. I almost retreated. That would have been so bad. What happens on this account is I often forget about the heroes because I just doesn't come to mind. Oh, I still have these darn crystal critters loaded. That's going to be a tragedy. And like one smoke would have saved like 10 warriors there. So, and obviously warriors don't heal themselves when they're just standing around. They need to be doing damage. Where's Kavan? Kavan is dead. Kavan is always dead. It's like it's his favorite pastime or something. Let's get a shock into there. And it's timing your shocks on low levels is fairly important. It's amazing how razor thin the margins are at low levels. Like, trying to take out the crab without any smoke is just fairly ridiculous. We're not going to get it, are we? No, we're not. These cannons are going to come unshot and just ruin our lives. So, probably should have taken out these guys first because we keep having to shock past them, and that's a terrible idea. Same thing on operation attacks. You'll see like 4 people shock past a microwaver, and it just is not a good idea. So that's that. We got to stage 12. I don't know if that's even good or not. I would have liked to get to at least my HQ level, but we are well on our way. And this crab just dropped 4 hours ago, by the way. So oh man, Iron Scorch trophies at stage 30. zedmoT is sleeping right now. That's a bot that I have to run on my computer, and I did not start it for the stream. But let's upgrade a hero. I'm going to upgrade Kavan just because I use him so much. Thank you very much again. What's up? Now, what are we going to spend our... I have all my important stuff upgraded, so I'm just going to upgrade my... I have an iron storage issue here. Let's find new... We're going to Nope, can't upgrade that. And that is all I can do on my HQ13. I don't know if that was educational or useful. Let me just look for my notes here a second. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, the other thing is just a huge reminder. When you get people on your map, scout them during Crab. You'll see how much... Look at this. This person has level 39 with 244,000 gold. That is a ton of gold. So save your PvP. By the way, this is PvP, this is NPC. Save your PvP for next week after Crab. Do not attack any PvP right now. We'll just scout. And make sure you scout. Just having them on your map does nothing for you. You have to actually scout them to get for the rewards to happen. And replace everyone that's old. And that way you can have Crab rewards for like 10 days as opposed to just 3 days. Huge life hack that you need to learn and use. Flatulent Fred. That's a fantastic name. Well done, Flatulent Fred. Oops, I got gold. I can upgrade. I can spend more on some stuff. Hey, what's going on? Jin Won Kim. I assume that's a Korean name. That's just, I assume. If so, amazing. If not, also amazing. I'm going to switch off and I'm going to waste a bunch of the rest of my attacks. I'll show you what I've been doing on the rest of my accounts. I just don't. I mean, look at this. I got 5 accounts. I do not have the time. I have not played Tom's at all. That's my HQ16. I have not even logged into it since Crab. So what I've been doing is this. I attack. I then, what do we got here? I drop all of my troops. Where do I want to drop them at? We're going to drop them right into here. And then I use my GDE on things like shock mines for starters. And once that's done, I use all of my GDE on this. Oh, and then I close the game. Now, I'm not going to close the game right now, because usually before I start a stream, I check to see what's happening in the background, because I have like a text message window with my wife open or something. I don't want to show off her phone number or my phone number. So typically right now, I would just close the game. So at this point, I would just let it do its run its course. If you close the game, the Scorchers and troops just continue on their merry way. They get driven along. I've been to Quebec, yes. I took the train. I flew into... I think I flew into Quebec City and took the train to Montreal, I believe. My wife did a homestay in Chicoutimi, to learn French, which is part of the reason why we're moving to France. I don't know a heck of a lot. I love Quebec City. Quebec City was so cool. Like, just the architecture and the culture, and it just felt very, very cold. And it felt like we weren't in Canada, just because no one really spoke French. And one of the things that I really enjoy about traveling is when people don't speak your language, just makes it feel like you're farther away. I mean, like, you'll take a flight for 17 hours, and you'll get off the plane, and there'll be McDonald's, and it just doesn't feel like you've gone anywhere. Whereas, like, going to somewhere where they don't speak your language, or they use a different currency, or something like that, it just feels more like you've gone somewhere. I don't know if that makes sense, but let's just see how far we are on the main account, shall we? Now, I started this, I don't know if any of you were here on when I started this push. I'm on stage 47, and you'll see here I am just going unboosted, 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 drop. This is actually an unboosted solo on 46, just dropping troops. Oh, I actually boosted for an op, that's right. But overall, just dropping troops and closing the game. Yeah, zedmoT, Anonymous, Zed. It's kind of weird because if I was doing the YouTube thing properly, I probably would have branded my task forces differently, and I would have come up with a better name. I probably would have embraced the moose thing more and stuff like that. But I'm honestly just doing this for the lulz, and so if you see something I'm doing dumb, please let me know. Something that doesn't make sense, please let me know. I'm trying to get, look at this, just left 75,000. So I'm just dropping troops, and it works very, very well. Yeah, and that's the beauty of having multiple accounts. If you have a high-level account, I would highly suggest starting an alternate account. Alternate accounts, when you first start playing Boom Beach, alternate accounts, sorry, when you first start playing Boom Beach, low-level accounts are very, very hard. You have no idea how to play the game. You start using like tanks and heavies and riflemen as a combo, and like you just do dumb things, and you upgrade like you have like 4 green statues, and you upgrade your sawmill to level 10, and like you just do ridiculous things that you would never do once you've played the game a little bit. And so it's really, really interesting, and it's quite enjoyable to play as a low level. So if you haven't started an alt, first of all, I would suggest setting your time zone way to a different time zone. But make sure, be aware that events start and end at different times based on your time zone. So set your time zone up accordingly, so you have like one event in the morning and one event after dinner or something like that, and it can be very, very fun. I highly, highly recommend it. And it kind of makes Boom Beach into this whole new experience that, by the way, these you can actually hit between them. I missed one of them there, it looks like, and it's going to cost me. But let's drop. I don't know what the best truth combo people have been using is, but 5 Scorchers, 3 tank seem to be working pretty darn well. We'll get rid of this. I feel like we are at 35. So yesterday I think we were at 135, and I know that it's kind of nice to have that early stream because people like to see what is happening with the crab and how if it's working or if it's broken or anything like that. But once crab happens, I know all of you are out there doing your own crabs and sharing replays and stuff. One of the things that I really wish the game would include was the ability to like pin a replay. I don't know if that makes any sense, but as far as operation attacks, I would really like to be able to pin a replay so I can share it. I should be able to share a replay for task force, if that makes sense. And doing that with crab would be very, very neat because, like for example, I'm on stage 48 right now. I really, really liked stage 36, but it's gone from my replay log. I would like to be able to pin that just so that I can use it again or share it with people. Because what happens is, it would be cool if you could pin other people's replays too, because I see great hits in our task forces, and then by the time I come around to recording them or talking about them, they're gone. So it might just be because I am lazy and slow, but I find that it just happens all the time, and I would be really, really neat if I could not be so terrible at sharing replays. Yes. I don't actually know how that works, Mr. Brian Fletcher. I don't know. I've never actually set, like, all of my accounts except for 2 are on the same time zone, and those 2 were vacation accounts. So I don't actually know how. I think if you set your time zone, I think you have to actually maybe change your location. So I don't actually know. I'm sure there's a guide online of how to do that. I don't know how it works. I don't even know if it's against the terms of services or not, so I don't know if I should be recommending it or not, but someone can tell you how to work, I'm sure. I don't know what salam means. Mr. Ismail Kaliskan. I don't know if that means is salam a good thing or a bad thing. They're saying hello, I'm guessing. That's what I showed them. Well, thanks, Mr. What's up? I mean, it's just trying to find ways to make this game fun. And live streaming is something that I really, really enjoy, but I just don't have time for. Sorry, I just got to the wife just and said that I gotta do the Tooth Fairy. So I think that means bedtime actually. So I'm gonna cut this short. My kids, I actually pulled out one of my older son's teeth today, just like grab and pull. He was complaining about his teeth. I was like, just give me a shot, and he was brave enough to let me do it. He was definitely cringing during the whole time, but we're gonna solo this on Bruto. I don't know about that. Let's play the 4. Otherwise, we have no chance of taking this down in the next 25 seconds. So we're just gonna hope for the best. I don't think if we can pull this off, I'll be amazed. By the way, I failed on Sage 35 last night. I saw the chicken was on 36, and I went and checked out his screen, and he soloed 35. I was pretty impressed with using Scorchers. So check out other people's channels. There's a bunch of interesting stuff. Oh, it's gonna be so close. Look at that. Look at that. Ugh, gross, gross, gross. Yes, I would love to talk about how the Scorcher recharge works. I will do that, and then I'm gonna call it a night. So this is how it works. Scorchers. The basic premise is that when a Scorcher does damage, the Scorchers heal. So if a Scorcher does 10 damage, the Scorcher will heal 20 damage because I'm sitting at 200%. Now that is not 100% accurate. Now I've written it up on Reddit. Let me just hold on. I'm gonna post a link in the chat because I typed this up earlier today because it's kind of confusing. Let me just go like this, and I'm gonna paste that into the chat. Now, how it works is there's 2 types of damage that Scorchers do. Scorchers, let me just find Scorchers in here. Scorchers do burning damage when they're like at the building, burning the building, and then when they move away from the building, they do this extra burning damage. That extra burning damage does not count towards the Life Leech. That's the important bit that you need to worry about. So essentially, the math is they do about 54% of their damage gets turned back into health. So you end up getting about 108% of their damage. If my math is correct, chances are it's not. But I think that's it. I didn't realize how late it was, and I was up late last night. So I'm going to call this the end of the stream. Sorry for keeping it a short one. That was only 53 minutes, but that's a good time, I think. Let me know what you thought about the low-level crab. Let me know which troops you're using that you find to be the best and what your HQ level is, because obviously that's very, very different if you have smoke or Scorchers or all of those sorts of things. But as always, thanks for coming in. Hit me up in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, all of those things. And if you have ideas about other things like this, I don't know if the HQ13 was interesting or informative or silly, but just trying to keep things fresh, trying to do different things, because Boom Beach has been out for a long time, and just doing the same events and the same things over and over again can wear a little bit. So whether it's Cosmic, like one of the things that I saw earlier in the week, Cosmic Duo, they did a thing where they were attacking people with their own troops. So like, for example, on this person's base, they would use all Scorchers. I found that was a great idea. If you have other ideas like that, please hit me up in the comments, because it's just interesting and it's neat. And the fact that the game and YouTube and stuff can still be fresh is interesting to me. So good night, everyone. Good night, Trey. Good night, Hawking. Good night, Moon, Blood Moon. And good night, Jin, Wan, Kim. Thanks for coming in. And I shall talk to you all soon. Thanks for coming in.